Just seeing the real estate opportunity as the real deal isn't the breakthrough. Acting on it is.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are delighted that for 37 years at the Dekker team, we've been able to come alongside you, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, come alongside you to build your fitness, build your faith, build your fun, build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. Seeing it and seizing it aren't the same thing. I mean, we've been talking about the reticular activating system. Go on back to segment A if you didn't hear that part, and go on back to segment B if you didn't hear how you might be able to activate what you see and what you hear. What are you saying?
I'm pointing at my squid eyes.
Your squid eyes.
Yes, because we mentioned squid eye in the last segment, and even Will, the producer, said, "What in the world is squid eye? I'm waiting to hear." Well, it happens that some people actually hunt or harvest squid to eat. And
are they still allowed to do that?
I don't know. This person went with this group and they were finding them and he wasn't.
Any.
Didn't find any. And then finally someone said, this is what you need to look for. And then he was able to find squid. And we call it squid eye. Well, we had the same thing in Florida. We were at Clearwater Beach, I believe. And we were looking for sand dollars and we could not find the sand dollars. And finally, someone walked by and they had a whole bunch of sand dollars.
And we had none. And we'd been looking for like an hour and a half with the kids. Nothing.
Yep.
None.
And so we asked, how do you find them? And she said, you don't look for the sand dollar. You look for this little round kind of hump in the sand. And then you dig it up. And so that is fitting perfectly with this. Like, we still wouldn't have any sand dollars if we knew how to find a sand dollar, or if we know how to find a real estate opportunity. We're still not going to have an opportunity, or we're not going to buy into that opportunity if we don't take the action. We wouldn't find and bring home the sand dollar if we didn't scoop the sand away a little bit and dig it up. It's not deep.
It's right there.
But it's just hidden by a layer of sand. And that's what I'm trying to say. When you have squid eye for opportunities, those opportunities will come in front of you. And like you said, the breakthrough is not finding them, although that's a partial awareness is the start of it.
Mm-hmm.
The real breakthrough is when you start taking action towards it.
And when we say action, what does that mean? Well, it means learning how to understand the proprietary software that we have that shows you the return on investment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be an action toward getting, we'll call it squid eye, but getting prepared to take the actual action would be learning the details about how to do it when it's time, so that you are not living in fear, but living in power, really.
Right.
And living in faith.
Another action might be getting pre-approved or having your house appraised so that you know what equity you could pull from it to put the down payment on an investment property, if that's one of the avenues you're going to go.
Right.
Or maybe it's buying your first home, then getting that pre-approval again, getting your down payment, knowing how much down payment you're going to need.
Getting your account open.
Yes, those are all first action steps to make this reticular activator working for you, not against you.
Right. So you don't have to take we're not talking about the one big action at the end. We're talking about all the little actions that then set you up for the win that you're looking for. And if you hadn't written the list of your future goals, you're not likely even going to turn it on to start being able to get ready to take the actions.
That's right.
How crazy is all that?
It's crazy.
Like a process or a journey. It's not just we're here and we want to end here. I suppose that sometimes works out. Most of the time, though, that's going to create a disastrous outcome.
Yeah. And so maybe you're seeing new opportunities because we've created this awareness and your reticular activators turned on, but you're still not sure what steps should I be taking. That's when you take this next step, which is to go to our website, dekkerteam.com, click on the book a free clarity call, and then pick a time. We're going to call you. We're going to chat about your goals, what you're thinking, what maybe the next best step is for you to start moving towards your ultimate goals.
And it's interesting because it's just a step. Obviously, a clarity call is not where the conversation ends. It's where the conversation one-on-one begins. And then from that, if it goes well and we know what your one next step is, and you know, and you have ability to act on what's next, then we move into a full consultation, which is more an hour and a half. And it is setting you up for the next several steps and more understanding strategy, not just getting clarity on what the one next thing is you need to do. So it's not the end. It's just a really great beginning after listening to Life's Inside Track and maybe going back and listening to some others that are on the topic that interest you so you feel more equipped even for the clarity call. We don't need you to be more equipped, but maybe you feel like you need to be more equipped.
Right.
Then go back and get some more learnings, because out of 742, I bet there's a few that are on the topic that have the most interest to you. And there's many on investing, if that's the thing, or buying your first home. So taking each little action will build the momentum to take the big action of owning and the right properties and building a retirement that works for you, rather than one where you're feeling like you have to work. Over 54% of older Canadians feel like they have to keep working. They're afraid they will never be able to retire, or they have to keep working beyond when they want to. We don't want that for you. So let's set you up early to do well later.
Mm-hmm. And the beauty is this works with every area of your life, not just real estate.
That's true.
And the opportunity here, opportunity, whether it be real estate, investment, a relationship, an education, a job, whatever it is, opportunity rewards those that respond with action, not the people that just recognize the opportunity.
Right. You got to do the next thing.
You got to go into action, whether it's retraining to get a better job, whether it's asking for a promotion, whether it's doing the extra things at work, going the extra mile. We were just on a cruise a little while back, and we kind of laughed because there's long lineups at the elevator.
Yes.
And Yetta and I giggled, and every time we said, but there's no lineups at the staircase.
Only on 10 days that you had to go get on a tender.
Yeah.
Then there might have been on one staircase, but the first 9 or 10 flights were free sailing. And so it's really, you don't need to do what everybody else is doing. You need to do what will work for you.
And sometimes other things will cloud. We had a client once that he's always looking for investment opportunities. Yeah. And I found one, and I said, this is a great opportunity. I put it in front of him. He said, no, we're too busy or whatever, or he didn't respond. And then I put it to him in front again, and I said, why aren't we seeing this property? And finally he said, okay, we'll see it. And it's been one of his best investments.
Of all the ones he's ever had.
Yeah, because we had to get above the noise of the other things, the other distractions, right? So Yetta, what's the advice?
The advice is, if you're thinking, I'm not sure exactly where to go, but I know I want to do something related to real estate. The advice is, we would like to walk alongside you. So back to the clarity call. Let's start there, because that gives us opportunity to work with you and walk alongside you, taking you where you want to go.
And we're glad that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward.